My daughter called on a Tuesday. "Mom, Jacob wants to meet you." I heard the hope in her voice. The fear too. "Meet me?" I asked. "With what?" "Mom, please." He's nervous enough. I leaned against the kitchen counter. The clock ticked above the sink. "A man shows up empty-handed," I said. "He's showing you exactly what you're worth." "You're impossible." "I'm practical." I wiped my hands on my towel. "Saturday, 3 o'clock. I'll see for myself." I hung up before she could argue. The house felt empty after that. It had been empty for years. My husband's pictures still hung in the hallway. James Fox. Dead 6 years now. Cancer took everything. His savings. His pension. My peace of mind. I worked double shifts after he died. Paid off the medical bills. Kept the mortgage current. Raised our daughter alone. Lena never understood why I was so hard on money. She didn't remember the collection calls. The eviction notice. The months I ate instant noodles so she could have real food. I remembered. Saturday came fast. The doorbell rang at 3:02. I opened it. A tall boy stood there. Thin. Clean-shaven. Nervous smile. "Mrs. Fox." "I'm Jacob." He held out a yellow cardboard box. Not wrapped. No ribbon. No store tag. Just plain corrugated cardboard. My eyes stayed on that box. "Come in," I said. Dinner was awkward. James didn't my husband's name. I still called him that in my head. Dot would have made jokes. Broken the ice. Asked about football teams or favorite movies. I just watched. Jacob talked about his tech job. Mid-level pay. His parents were farmers. Out in the country. He couldn't afford a house in Austin anytime soon. Every answer made me colder. After dinner, Lena did the dishes. Jacob sat on the couch. He pushed the box toward me. "These are from our farm," he said. "No pesticides. Really sweet. Just a small token." I looked at the box. No label. No branding. Just oranges. "You shouldn't have," I said. My voice was flat. Lena walked him out. She came back with red eyes. "Mom, he carried those all the way from the farm. His parents picked them themselves." I glanced at the box in the corner. "Oranges," I said. He brought oranges. "His family doesn't have money." "Exactly." Lena's face went white. "You're such a snob." "I'm realistic." I pointed at the box. "That's what he thinks of you. A cheap box of fruit. They're organic. They're free." Lena ran to her room. The door slammed. I stood alone in the kitchen. The oranges sat in the corner. Ugly. Unwanted. I should have thrown them out. I didn't. Monday morning came early. I drove to work on my scooter. The box sat on my back seat. Mr. Lambert's office was quiet. I knocked. "Come in." Vincent Lambert sat behind his desk. 50s. Sharp suit. Never smiled. "Frida, what do you need?" I put the box on his desk. "These are from my family's farm," I said. "All natural. Thought your father might like them." Lambert raised an eyebrow. "My father? He's been having trouble with his appetite." I remembered you mentioned it. Something shifted in his face. "That's thoughtful." I smiled. "I hope he enjoys them." Lambert opened the box. He pulled out an orange. Examined it. "These look good. Really good." "Just a small gesture," I said. I left his office. My chest felt lighter. 3 weeks passed. I forgot about the oranges. Lena and I weren't speaking. She stayed at her dorm. Came home only when necessary. We exchanged maybe 3 sentences a week. I told myself she'd understand eventually. Mothers always know best. That Thursday, the company called a staff meeting. Lambert stood at the front of the room. "I have an announcement," he said. "Upper management has approved a promotion." I looked down at my notes. Frida Fox will be deputy supervisor of the warehouse department. My head snapped up. The room went silent. Theodore Finch sat next to me. His face turned purple. Theo had been there 20 years. Everyone knew he wanted that spot. Congratulations, Frida, Lambert said. The applause was thin, forced. Theo's hand shook on the table. I stood up, nodded, felt every eye on me. The meeting ended. Harrison Whitney walked up to me, smirk on his face. Frida, look at you, jumping right over Theo. What did you give him? I frowned. What are you talking about? Come on. We all know. Know what? Harrison laughed, walked away. Across the room, Theo slammed his mug on the desk. Old workhorses don't stand a chance, he said loudly. Not when someone knows how to butter the right bread. His voice carried. Everyone heard. My face burned. I wanted to scream, but I had nothing to say. All I gave him was one lousy box of oranges, worth maybe $20. Who would believe that? Nobody. That night, I came home exhausted. Lena was there for once, sitting at the kitchen table. Mom, I heard you got promoted. Something in her voice. Sharp. Accusing. Yes, I said carefully. Did you pull some strings? The words hit like a slap. I earned it, I said. Then why now? Lena stood up. Why not before? You got promoted right after Jacob came over. Did you use his gift? Did you bribe your boss? My hands trembled. Get out. Mom. Out. She grabbed her coat. The door slammed. The apartment went quiet. I collapsed on the couch, stared at the ceiling. What had I done? The next month was miserable. Theo made my life impossible. He handed off messes, left out information, sabotaged my work. Harrison whispered behind my back. The whole office avoided me. I came home crying more than once. Lena didn't call. She posted on social media instead. A screenshot of her texts with Jacob. My sunshine, she called him. Jacob sent her money, $2,000, his whole bonus. Don't fight with your mom, he wrote. She wants what's best. I stared at the screen. This poor boy, the one I'd dismissed. He was taking care of my daughter, behind my back, and I couldn't even talk to her about it. The second promotion came faster, only 2 months after the first. Lambert was being transferred to headquarters. Corporate offered him a senior role, and on his way out, he recommended me for supervisor. Full supervisor. 3 months from worker to boss. The office went crazy. Theo stormed into my office that afternoon, slapped a file on my desk. You tell me how, he shouted. Right now. What did you do? His face was purple. Spit flew from his mouth. Heard you, Theo, Harrison called from the hallway. We all want to know. People crowded around the door. I stood up. You want to know? My voice was cold. Quiet. Fine. I looked at Theo. You think I don't deserve this? Then let's compete. Next month. My warehouse zone against yours. Error rates. Turnover. The numbers don't lie. Theo went white. Go ahead, I said. Prove I don't belong here. Then I turned to the crowd. And the rest of you? Think I got this through connections? Then watch. Watch what I do. Anyone who slacks off, anyone who undermines me, I'll handle it by the book. Every single time. Silence. Everyone stared at me. Theo's mouth opened. Closed. I pulled out my phone. Dialed Lambert. Put it on speaker. Director Lambert. It's Frida. Frida. What's wrong? I want to ask you something. In front of everyone here. I looked around the room. Was this promotion because of my work? Or because I gave you a gift? The phone went quiet. 2 seconds. Maybe 3. It felt like years. My heart pounded. My palms sweated. Then Lambert spoke. Frida, what kind of nonsense is this? His voice was warm but firm. Your work speaks for itself. You saved this department thousands with your warehouse improvements. You earned every bit of this. He paused. Besides, You really think a box of oranges buys a supervisor's spot? Don't be ridiculous. Just keep doing what you're doing. I believe in you." He hung up. Theo left without a word. His shoulders slumped. Defeated. The crowd scattered. I sat down. My legs gave out. I had won. But something nagged at me. Lambert said a box of oranges. He remembered that box. He mentioned it specifically. Why? I couldn't shake the feeling. Something was wrong. Weeks passed. I settled into the supervisor role. The work was good. The pay was better. But I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about that box. About Lambert's voice. That hesitation. The way he said a box of oranges like he was covering something. Why did you mention it? I asked myself at night. Why not just say gift? Why specify? The question ate at me. Then one day, my office phone rang. "Supervisor Fox, this is the front desk at headquarters. Director Lambert would like to see you." Now, my heart stopped. I walked to Lambert's new office on shaky legs. Corporate floor. Big. Expensive furniture. Lambert was packing a suitcase. "Frida, come in. Sit." I sat across from him. Hands on my knees. Like a schoolgirl. Lambert took out a box from his drawer. Square. Wrapped beautifully. He slid it toward me. "You've been worrying," he said. "I can see it. You can't figure out why you got promoted." I didn't answer. Lambert smiled. "Frida, that box of oranges you gave me, it did me a huge favor." I blinked. "Favor? It saved my job," he said. "Probably my career." He pushed the box closer. "Open it," he said. "You'll understand." My hands shook. I lifted the lid. Inside, nestled in silk, was a row of gold bars. 5 of them. Solid. Heavy. Real. My mind went blank. "Lambert's father," Lambert said. "He was the one you helped. Those oranges. They weren't just any oranges. They were from his hometown. The one place he'd been craving. He hadn't had them in 30 years. I stared at the gold. His appetite came back that week," Lambert continued. "He started eating again. His health improved. And you know who he told about it? The company board. His old partners. He told them about the woman who brought him a taste of home." My throat was dry. "The board was considering my removal," Lambert said. "Budget cuts. Politics." I was on thin ice. "But your oranges. That story. It reminded everyone what this company is supposed to be about. People. Not numbers. Community. Not profits." He leaned back. "The promotion wasn't my decision," he said. "It was the board's. You saved my reputation. So I made sure you got what you deserved." My hands touched the gold. "But why?" "Take it," Lambert said. "It's yours. Your daughter's boyfriend. The one who brought those oranges. His parents have been growing them on their farm for 40 years. They've never sold a single one to anyone outside the family." I looked up. "Jacob's parents. They knew what they were doing," Lambert said. "They knew who you worked for. They knew about my father. That's why Jacob brought those oranges. Not because he's cheap. Because his family is playing a much longer game than you realized." My head spun. The oranges. The promotion. The gold. Everything connected. "Jacob's family has been growing these for decades," Lambert said. "They give them to people with influence. People who remember. It's not a gift. It's a network." I closed the box. "Lena," I whispered. "Your daughter," Lambert said. "She's not dating a poor farm boy. She's dating a prince. That family owns half the farmland in 3 counties. They just don't show it." I stood up. My legs shook. "Thank you," I said. Lambert nodded. "Make better choices about who you dismiss," he said. "The cheap ones aren't always poor, and the rich ones aren't always showing off." I walked out of his office. The gold was heavy in my hands. I called Lena on the way home. She answered on the first ring. "Mom!" Lena, I took a breath. We need to talk. About what? About Jacob. About the oranges. About everything I got wrong. Silence. Mom, what happened? I made a terrible mistake, I said, and I'm going to fix it. I pulled over, parked, stared at the setting sun. Tell Jacob I want to meet him again, I said. But this time, I'm bringing a gift. What kind of gift? I looked at the box on my passenger seat. Something his family will understand, I said. Something that says I finally get it. I hung up. The city lights flickered on below. For the first time in years, I felt like I could breathe. But one question still burned in my mind. If Jacob's family was that powerful, why did they send him to me with oranges? And who else had they been sending them to? The game was just beginning. I didn't know it yet, but I was already part of it. I drove home in a daze. The gold sat on my passenger seat. 5 bars. I had never held gold before. It was heavier than it looked. Lena was waiting in the living room. She stood when I walked in. Mom, what happened? I set the box on the table. Look inside. She opened it. Her eyes went wide. Mom, where did you get this? Jacob's oranges, I said. They weren't just oranges. Lena looked confused. His parents grow them, she said. That's all. No. I sat down. His parents grow them for powerful people. Important people. People like Vincent Lambert. Lena sat across from me. Lambert's father was sick, I said. No appetite. 4 years. Those oranges brought his appetite back. His health improved. His old friends on the board heard about it. Lambert was in trouble. Budget cuts. Politics. My oranges saved his career. Lena touched the gold. So he gave you this. The board gave it to me, I said. Through him. They wanted me to know I'd done something important. Something they valued. Lena was quiet for a long time. Then she laughed. Mom, you spent weeks hating Jacob because he brought you farm fruit. You thought he was cheap. You thought he was poor. I didn't know. His family is loaded. Lena shook her head. Like, really loaded. They just don't show it. They don't drive fancy cars. They don't wear designer clothes. They grow oranges and give them away. That's how they network. That's how they build influence. I stared at her. You knew. I didn't know about Lambert, Lena said. But I knew they had money. Jacob told me. His father said never to flaunt it. Never to use it. Just to keep growing. Keep giving. Let the gifts do the work. I sank back in my chair. I called him a charity case. You did. I thought he was using you. He was protecting me, Lena said. From people like you. From people who judge everything by price tags. I didn't have an answer. My whole worldview was crumbling. Jacob wants to see you again, Lena said. Tonight. He's bringing his father. His father. He wants to meet the woman who saved Lambert's career. Lena smiled. You're part of the network now, Mom. You just didn't know it. Jacob arrived at 8. His father came with him. Marcus Webb. 60. Grey hair. Work boots. A face like weathered stone. He carried a box. Same yellow cardboard. Same simple design. Mrs. Fox, he said. I'm Marcus. Jacob's father. Thank you for having us. I shook his hand. Please, call me Frida. Marcus set the box on my table. These are from our special grove, he said. The one Lambert's father got. Only a few people received this batch. Lena looked at me. I opened the box. Inside were oranges, but different this time. Wrapped in tissue, each one individually placed. They're not for eating, Marcus said. They're for sharing. You give one to someone important, someone you want to build a relationship with. Each orange connects to another, builds another bridge. Jacob nodded. We've been doing this for 3 generations. My grandfather started it. He was a poor farmer during the Depression. He gave away his best crop to neighbors who needed help. That network grew. People remembered. Over time, those people became judges, bankers, company directors. Each one started with a simple orange. I looked at the box. Every person who receives one, Marcus said, becomes part of a chain. A chain of trust. A chain of reciprocity. When one link needs help, the whole chain moves. My head was spinning. You're telling me these oranges are weapons, Jacob said. Weapons of influence. Silent ones. No one knows how they work until they're inside the network. Then it's too late to back out. Because once you accept the gift, you owe the debt. I picked up an orange. So this box is a trap. Marcus laughed. A gift, he said. Just a gift. But gifts come with expectations, Frida. You know that. You taught your daughter that. A man shows up empty-handed. He's telling you something. A man shows up with a box of fruit. He's also telling you something. The question is whether you understand what. I set the orange down. I understand. Good. Marcus stood. Then let me tell you about Vincent Lambert, the man you saved. He's not just any director. He's connected to half the board through his father. And his father is connected to our network. Has been for 30 years. I felt cold. When you gave Lambert that box, Marcus said, you didn't just help a colleague. You activated a dormant link. A line that hadn't been used in a decade. You woke something up. Jacob came closer. Lambert was about to get removed, he said. The board wanted fresh blood. Younger executives. He was old school. Out of touch. But when his father started eating again, when his health improved, the board took notice. They saw it as a sign that Lambert was still effective, that he could still bring value, that he still had connections worth keeping. Marcus finished. Your oranges kept him in power, and now he owes you. I looked at my hands. They gave me gold. That was just the start, Marcus said. Gold is easy to give, easy to forget. What comes next is harder. Commitment, loyalty, favor. Those things can't be put in a box. They have to be earned. Lena touched my arm. Mom, are you okay? I didn't answer. I was thinking about Theo, Harrison, everyone in the office who doubted me. They saw a woman who bribed her way up. They didn't see the network. They didn't see the oranges. They didn't understand how power really worked. Marcus, I said, what do you want from me? Marcus smiled. I want you to use your position, he said. The warehouse department controls distribution, logistics. Every product that moves through this company passes through you. You have access to records, vendors, shipping routes. That information is valuable to certain people. My stomach tightened. People like Lambert, people like me, Marcus said. We help each other. We share intelligence. We protect our links. If something moves through your warehouse that concerns me, you tell me. If someone tries to disrupt my distribution, you warn me. In return, I protect you. I open doors. I make sure your enemies vanish. Jacob looked uncomfortable. Dad, we said we weren't going to pressure her. I'm not pressuring, Marcus said. I'm offering. She can accept or refuse. The box stays either way. I looked at the oranges. One orange, I said. One link. One favor. One alliance. I took a breath. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Marcus nodded. You don't have to decide tonight. But Lambert is leaving for corporate. He'll be replaced soon. Someone else will take his seat. Someone who doesn't know about the network. Someone who might not appreciate what you've done. I felt a chill. The new director could undo everything, Marcus said. Could fire you. Could demote you. Could make your life hell. Unless you have protection. Unless you have links that go beyond one person. Unless you build a chain that can't be broken. Lena squeezed my hand. I trust Jacob, she said. I trust his family. I think you should too. I looked at my daughter. She had grown up. She wasn't the naive girl I thought she was. She had seen something in Jacob that I couldn't, or wouldn't. Okay, I said. I'll think about it. Marcus stood. That's all I ask. He left with Jacob. The door closed behind them. I sat alone with Lena. The oranges sat on the table. Theo, I said. He's the one who needs to go. Lena frowned. Mom, you can't just fire someone because you don't like them. Lambert can't do it, I said. He's leaving. But a new director could. Someone who doesn't know Theo's history. Someone who sees him as dead weight. Lena stared at me. Are you saying? I'm saying I need a new ally. I picked up an orange. And I know exactly how to find one. The next morning, I went to Lambert's office. He was packing his books. Frida, he said, I was about to call you. I need a favor, I said. Lambert sat down. Name it. Theo Finch. He's been sabotaging my department for months. I have evidence, records, witnesses, but I can't touch him. He's been here too long. Too many friends on the old board. Lambert nodded. Char is a mess. Politics. I need him gone, I said. Before the new director arrives. Before he poisons the well. Lambert was quiet. That's a big ask. I gave you the oranges, I said. The ones that saved your career. That box was worth more than gold. You said so yourself. Lambert's face changed. That's not how this works. I know how it works. I looked at him. I've learned. Give me something, or give me nothing. But don't pretend I didn't do exactly what you needed. Lambert stared at me. Then he laughed. Frida Fox, you're tougher than I thought. I survived without you, I said. I'll survive without you now. But if you want to leave something behind worth remembering, something that shows you're not just another suit, then help me. Lambert opened his drawer. He took out a file. Theo's personnel record, he said. Everything is here. Every complaint. Every warning. Every missed deadline. I was going to bury it. Out of respect for his years of service. But you're right. He's a problem. And problems don't age well. He handed me the file. Use it well. I left. The file was heavy in my hands. Theo had no idea what was coming. Neither did the new director. Neither did anyone in the office. But they would. Soon. When I got back to the warehouse, Harrison was waiting. Frida, he said. There's someone here to see you. My heart skipped. Who? Laura Webb. Marcus's wife. Jacob's mother. I felt cold. She was early. I didn't expect her until next week. Send her in, I said. Laura Webb walked in. She was small. Grey hair. Simple clothes. Hands rough from years of farm work. But her eyes were sharp. Mrs. Fox, she said. Thank you for seeing me. She carried a box. Yellow cardboard. I was starting to hate those boxes. Please, I said. Sit. Laura sat across from me. She opened the box. Inside was a single orange, wrapped in silk. I want to tell you a story, she said, about the first orange. The one that started everything. I leaned in. My husband's grandfather, she said. He lived through the Depression. Starving. Hopeless. One winter, a neighbor gave him a single orange. Just one. He split it into slices. Ate one slice a day. Made it last a week. That orange kept him alive. Laura touched the silk. He never forgot. After the Depression ended, he started growing oranges. Each year, he gave one to someone in need. Someone who looked like they were starving. He never asked for anything in return. He just gave. And each year, those people remembered. I looked at the orange. His network grew, Laura said. Silently. Slowly. By the time he died, he had over 1,000 people who owed him. Judges. Politicians. Business owners. They remembered the orange. They remembered what he gave them. And they repaid it. Not because he asked. Because they wanted to. Laura pushed the box toward me. This is the last of his original grove, she said. The last tree. The last orange. Marcus has been saving it for 20 years. For the right person. I felt tears in my eyes. Me? You saved Lambert, Laura said. You didn't know what you were doing, but you did it. That's the kind of person we need. Someone who acts without asking. Someone who gives without calculating. The network needs people like you. I picked up the orange. It was warm. Thank you, I said. Laura stood. You're welcome, Frida. Welcome to the chain. She left. I sat alone with the orange. My office was quiet. Outside, I heard voices. Theo yelling at someone. Harrison laughing. The usual noise. I looked at the box from Marcus. 5 gold bars. Still there. And now, this. 1 orange. 1 chain. 1 network that stretched decades. I was part of something bigger now. Something older. Something dangerous. And I had no idea where it was leading. But I was ready to find out. 3 days after Laura left, I made my move. I took Theo's file to HR. The complaints were all there. Missed deadlines. Lost shipments. Harassment claims from 3 different women. Years of bad behavior. Buried by old management. Protecting a veteran. I laid it all out. I want a formal review, I said. The HR director looked at the file. This is serious. He's been doing this for years, I said. I have witnesses. Documentation. He created a hostile work environment. Sabotaged operations. Cost this company thousands. Can you prove it? Every page is signed and dated. She nodded slowly. We'll start an investigation. The news spread fast. Theo found out by lunch. He stormed into my office. You did this, he hissed. I did what was right. You're dead, Frida. His face was red. You hear me? Dead. He slammed the door. I watched him leave. My hands were shaking, but I didn't regret it. That night, Lena came home with Jacob. How did it go? She asked. I started the process. Jacob looked concerned. Theo has friends, he said. People who owe him. He's been here for 20 years. He knows everyone. I know, I said. Then why? Because I'm tired of being afraid. I sat down. I've been afraid my whole life. Afraid of debt. Afraid of losing the house. Afraid of being judged. I'm done. Lena sat next to me. Mom, I'm not backing down, I said. Not anymore. The oranges taught me that. You have to act. You have to give, even when you don't know where it's leading. Jacob nodded slowly. There's something you should know, he said. My father heard some news. Lambert's replacement has been chosen. My stomach dropped. Who? Someone new to the company, Jacob said. External hire. High-level experience. Supposed to be a reformer. Cut costs. Streamline operations. That means making big changes. I felt cold. Changes like firing people. Changes like restructuring departments, Jacob said. The warehouse department is inefficient, he told father. Low-hanging fruit. Easy cuts. Lena grabbed my hand. Mom, you just got promoted. Exactly, I said. I'm high enough to be a target, but not high enough to be protected. I'm in the middle. The worst place to be. Jacob nodded. That's why my father wanted to warn you. The new director is aggressive. He doesn't care about history. He cares about numbers. If your department can't prove its value, he'll dismantle it. I stared at my desk. Theo, the investigation, the new director. Everything was closing in. The oranges, I said. Marcus said they protect. They do, Jacob said, but only if the right person knows about them. The new director doesn't. He's an outsider. He doesn't play by the old rules. I looked at him. Then I need to play by the new ones. The director arrived on Monday. George Hartwell, 55, sharp suit, cold eyes. He called a department meeting. "Good morning," he said. "I'm here to streamline. My job is to make this company profitable. That means tough decisions." I sat in the front row. "My first action," he said, "is a performance review for every department. The bottom 30% will be cut. No exceptions. No excuses." People shifted in their seats. Theo was smiling. He knew what this meant. If the department failed, I was the supervisor. I would take the blame, not him. "We'll start with the warehouse department," Hartwell said. "Supervisor Fox, your team's efficiency rates have dropped 12% in the last quarter. Explain." Everyone looked at me. I stood up. "There were transitional issues," I said. "The previous director." "Excuses," Hartwell cut me off. "I want results. Give me results, or I'll find someone who can." He moved on. I sat down. My palms were sweating. That night, I called Marcus. "I need help," I said. "I know," Marcus said. "I've been expecting your call." "How do I stop him?" "You don't stop him," Marcus said. "You redirect him. Hartwell is ambitious. He wants to make a mark. Give him a target that's not you." I thought about it. "Theo." "Exactly," Marcus said. "Theo is a 20-year employee, inefficient, undisciplined. If Hartwell sees Theo's record, he won't care about your department's numbers. He'll care about getting rid of a bad apple." I felt hope for the first time. HR hasn't completed their investigation yet. "Then speed it up," Marcus said. "Use the network. I know people in HR old links. They'll push the paperwork through. Get it on Hartwell's desk before he makes his cuts." "How?" Marcus gave me a name. Sheila Hines, Senior HR Coordinator. She owes me an orange from 10 years ago. I'll call her tonight. You'll have the file by morning." I hung up. The next day, the file arrived. Theo's complete record. Everything HR had found. Confirmed. Signed off. I walked to Hartwell's office. "Director Hartwell," I said, "I need to show you something." He looked up. "What is it?" I put the file on his desk. "Theo Finch," I said.